Hey there. So you're dealing with back pain that comes and goes, and now you're staring at this mountain of FMLA paperwork, right? Well, you are in exactly the right place. We're going to cut right through all that confusion and show you how to get this thing approved on the first try. And let's be real for a second. You have got enough on your plate. The absolute last thing you need is some endless paperwork saga with HR when you're just trying to manage your health. This is all about getting you the support you need without all the drama.
And that's the promise here. We're going to give you a simple, repeatable formula. No more guesswork, okay? This is about cracking the code, understanding how the system works, and giving it exactly what it needs to just say yes.
All right, first things first, let's talk about the real problem here. You might think it's your condition that gets a leave request denied, but it's usually not. It's the paperwork itself. And the way these things fail, well, it's pretty quiet.
And this is so important to get. Your request doesn't get a big, loud denied stamp. No, it just stalls. It gets stuck in the system because of one tiny, vague detail, a word like sometimes or a date that's off. These are the little tripwires that we are going to help you spot and avoid completely.
Okay, so let's get into the right mindset. The biggest mental shift you can make is to stop thinking of HR as this adversary. Instead, think of it like a computer program, a system. And that system runs on a very specific and, surprisingly simple logic. I want you to think of your FMLA form as a bridge. It has just one job, to connect three totally different worlds. You've got the physical reality of what's happening in your body, the demands of your job, and way over on the other side, you have HR's administrative workflow. If any part of that bridge is shaky, the whole thing gets flagged. And here is where we pull back the curtain. When someone in HR or a leave administrator looks at your form, they're doing a super fast check. It's basically a yes or no quiz. Is it complete? Yes or no. Do the numbers match? Yes or no. Can we actually schedule this? Yes or no. What they are not checking for is nuance. They're not evaluating your pain level or your personal story. The system just isn't built for that. It's built to process data. So what does that mean for you? It means these three things have to tell one single, consistent story. You can't have your doctor describe a serious health condition, but then leave the part about your work limits blank. That's a mismatch, a red flag. You can't ask for full days off while the form also says you can work with restrictions. That's another red flag. Everything has to match up. Consistency is king. Okay, listen up, because if you only take one thing away from this, let it be this. There is a single phrase that will quietly kill your FMLA request, and that phrase is, leave as needed for flare-ups. I know, it sounds right, it feels accurate to you and your doctor, but to a leave administrator, it is a complete black hole. It's impossible to schedule, impossible to track. It's the #1 trigger for getting that form sent right back to you. So, how do we fix that as-needed problem? Well, this is where the magic happens. We're going to take your unpredictable pain and translate it into a predictable language that HR can actually understand. We're going to use a simple little technique called flare math. And the heart of flare math is what we call the credibility triangle. It's so simple, but it is so powerful. It's just three sides. Frequency, how often does this happen? Duration, how long does it last? And limits, what can you physically not do at your job during a flare-up? Nail these three things and your paperwork goes from vague to rock solid. Let's break that down. For frequency, don't just say sometimes. Use a range, something like 1 to 3 episodes per month. It just sounds more credible, right? For duration, here's a pro tip. Use the same units your company uses for payroll. Is it hours? Is it shifts? Match it. And finally, limits. This is huge. Don't just say you have back pain. That's a feeling. You need a functional limit, like unable to sit for more than 30 minutes. See the difference? It's concrete. And check this out. You can literally use this as a mini calculator. Just plug in your numbers based on your own experience. What's your range for episodes? How long do they last? What's your biggest limitation? And bam, you have just created a perfect, powerful sentence you can literally give to your doctor. It makes their job a million times easier, which makes your life a million times easier. Okay, let's switch gears to defense. Let's talk about avoiding the common pitfalls. You might get something called a cure letter. It sounds a little scary, but it's just HR speak for, hey, you missed a spot. We're going to make sure you never even get one. Think of this as your official cheat sheet. For every common, vague mistake, there is a simple, concrete fix. As needed becomes a clear range. Pain becomes a specific functional limit. You double, even triple check that all your dates line up. The goal here is simple. Kill all ambiguity. Make everything crystal clear. And I really want you to hear this. If you do get one of those cure letters, please, please don't take it personally. It can feel like they're saying they don't believe you, but that is almost never the case. It's not personal, it's procedural. It just means the system is missing a piece of data. It's a puzzle, and you just have to give them the missing piece. All right, last big piece here. Let's zoom out for a second. FMLA is an awesome tool, but it is not the only tool in your toolkit. We also need to talk about its equally important partner, the ADA. Here is the easiest way to think about it. FMLA is for when you can't work. It protects your job when you need that time off. The ADA, on the other hand, is for when you can work, but you just need some changes to be able to do your job. Think an ergonomic chair or maybe a modified schedule, stuff like that. They're designed to work together. So let's tie this all together with the clarity ladder. This is the journey we've been on, right? From a vague, impossible request at the bottom, all the way up to a clear, consistent, and approvable certification at the top. As you climb, you add the ranges, you match the payroll units, you add those crucial functional limits, and boom. Your goal is to live at step 4 or step 5. And to make sure you get to the top of that ladder every single time, I'm going to leave you with the single most practical and powerful tool you can use. It's something you can create in just 60 seconds. It's your Flare profile. This is it, a simple little template. You fill this out before you even walk into your doctor's appointment. Imagine handing this to them. Instead of trying to remember all the details on the spot, you're giving them a perfect summary. You're not asking them to be a mind reader. You are making it incredibly easy for them to help you. It's a total game changer. So I'll just leave you with this one question. Is your paperwork built to be approved? Because after this, you have the tools, you understand the logic. The next time you see that FMLA form, you're not going to see a bureaucratic nightmare. You're going to see a bridge, and you will know exactly how to build it. You've got this.